Hey folks, Quill18 here. It is a Saturday afternoon. I've been very productive today, recorded some videos on my to-do list, and I thought, I think I need to reward myself a little bit. Let's play some Dawn of Discovery, shall we? Or Anno 1404, as it's known everywhere except North America. Because apparently marketing people decided that Anno 1404 was just too, I don't know, obscure or something of a name to try to market North America. So here it's called Dawn of Discovery, and this is with the Venice expansion. And I am loving this game. So it is just a sort of a city building sim game. It's not necessarily like super exciting time videos. So if you're looking for super exciting time videos, maybe I should redirect you to the Amnesia Let's Plays. So yeah, I'm just going to play. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll try a scenario. I haven't really played. So this is scenarios with, I think, new stuff from Venice. I'm going to try one of the classic scenarios.
Take care of your people in a small
also,
world free of
stop
distraction.
talking. If you start the game without the expansion, then there's an actual campaign, and the campaign is basically like a glorified tutorial. It's really nice, really easy to get into. I never read a manual. I never actually played any tutorial or anything like that. I just went right into the single-player campaign in the base game, and it was great. But on Venice, you don't get the campaign. Continuous game is your normal thing where you just like
as you settle a peaceful world.
start a new game.
Relax as you
Wow, this
settle
guy
a peaceful world.
Blah. Continuous game is just like an open world, and you set the parameters for what you want it to be. It's also got multiplayer. I played some games with some family and friends here. We're like 3 of us, just playing a nice peaceful game, and it was so much fun. Anyway, enough talking. Yes. What's that? Oh, player scenarios. That's what's screwing me up.
Become a
there we go.
lector.
I'm just going to start with one of the easy ones.
In a small world free of distraction.
Easy difficulty. I don't think there's going to be any opponents around. It's just going to be about building a successful settlement. So let's go and do that. And I'm going to pause the recording. All right, and here we are. Now, I'm crossing my fingers here. I did a couple of test runs earlier of the game, and I was actually having an issue where the game was crashing on me with fraps running. So what I've done is I've actually disabled DirectX 10 mode in the game. I've forced it to go to DirectX 9 mode, which means it probably won't be quite as pretty, and it is a lovely, lovely game. But hopefully we get nice stability, so we're going to see what this looks like. I gotta tell you, though, if I go in here and the water looks like crap, I'm just going to reload. Oh, it's definitely not as nice. It was so pretty and shiny in
Emperor
DirectX
has
10.
promised you this island.
It's pretty
Show
good,
him
though.
that his generosity was no mere folly.
Oh, that's weird.
So, you would like to be an elector?
Yes, yes.
Time will tell whether you have what it takes.
Okay,
God's creation.
go away. Can I pause? Nope, that's... No, I'm sure there's a way to pause. I just don't remember what it is. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter. Okay, so I had loaded up a test game of this scenario to see if it was working, and this is a totally different map from the last time. I didn't realize it was randomly generated. Well, I mean, I know that the campaign has a good random map generator, but I didn't realize the scenarios were well, or some of them were, or maybe it just started me on a different island, because I was up in the top left corner last time. Anyway, so this is the game. So you've got like, ooh, close in, looks sexy. There's my port, this small warehouse on this island with a small dock, so I can accept shipments and put them out. And here is my island. We have a river that'll be kind of important later. We have an iron deposit here. In fact, if you see these little symbols, I don't know how big it's going to show up on YouTube, but so brine deposit, that's salt. That is a later game thing. We'll get to it later. Brine, furs, brine. Uh-oh. Do I have stone anywhere? There's some stone. Awesome. This is much easier, much more important early on for building construction. Coal deposit, hunting. There was iron down here, right? I'd seen. Then, oh,
My God!
there's a monastery on this island. Cool. So I can trade with them if I build a road. Right, there's the iron deposit. Okay, pretty good. Huge island. Space. Wow, this is a ridiculously huge island. Space really does tend to be the biggest limiter in the later game. So this is going to be pretty ridiculous. So let us get started. Now, here's my dock. The nice thing about it, on your island, all your sort of supply chain, all your warehouses are basically connected to each other via teleporter. So you don't have to connect everything on your island together. You can have like sort of little pockets of production. But if you see when I highlight this, there's an area lit up on the map here. They have to touch. So let's say I start to build a marketplace, which will be sort of my town center. I can build it anywhere here because the circles are overlapping, but if I go a little too far, bam, red. So, that might not be a bad place to start. I'm sort of doing it in the thickest part of the forest. It might even be good to use that for trees, but no, we've got plenty on the island. That'll be fine. So I'm just going to overlap them barest little. Yeah, we're going to start with that. Bam! So this is going to be the center of my town, and I am just going to very quickly whip out some roads here and just start a sort of a little town center. Just get some people to move in. There we are. There's a lot of different ways to build these town centers. I tend to be lazy and efficient and totally unpretty. And this is another game that I've been playing with my mother-in-law, who loves these sorts of builders. And her towns are so lovely. They're so beautiful. So yeah, I'm just going to pop down a few houses. There's actually no reason, I think, to get the houses down this quickly, but it makes me feel good. What is very important to get down quickly is an industry. So I'm actually going to start... I'm going to build a little warehouse right over here. That's it. How am I going to get to this guy? Problem when we get there. I'm going to drop down a warehouse right around here. Now, there's a lot of overlap. This is actually a warehouse, so I may not actually need one this close, but I like to keep the travel distances short because later on I find there's a lot of little transportation problems. And I'm going to drop a lumber mill. Nah, it's not really... This one's going to be really efficient, but I guess we'll put one here. And try not to wreck too many trees with the placement of it. Something like this. And a third one. I find you need a lot of wood early on, so I like to go kind of crazy on these guys. And you got to connect them via a road to your warehouse so that goods... Whoa! Rotation fast. So that goods can get back and forth. And what you're going to see is I've got a guy out here who's chopping wood. They'll bring the wood back to the carpenter or the woodcutter's shack, and then carts will leave my little warehouse and go and pick it up. And then I have a third one. Yeah, there we go. And like that. So yeah, I like to build these little pockets of production. I find it works quite nicely. A little later, I will build some mines and things on the iron deposit, and much later the brine deposit. For now, we definitely need some wood to get started. That will enable me to keep constructing things. Now, in my village, look here, what you do is you build peasant houses, which is what these guys are. And if you click on them, you can see their demands. Peasants are moving in. People are apparently quite happy. Their food...
Thanks to you, we can finally enjoy a Sunday roast again.
You're welcome. Peasants require fish to meet their food need. They also have a need for company, and that simply means they need to have a road access to the market here. They also have two other needs, but they're currently blocked off now. They don't need drink at all until we get 60 peasants. So my next priority is actually going to be to reach the 60 peasant mark. And what I'm actually going to do is leave a 3 square gap right there. There we go. Oops, I messed that one up. Luckily, I'm playing on easy, so I should get all my wood back by demolishing that and placing it correctly. So I'm going to try to get up to 60 peasants. And the reason a lot of these buildings are locked as well, you need to unlock buildings by building a town. Your town also serves as your tax base.
You have more buildings available.
So we've got 60 peasants living in town, so we've unlocked some extra buildings. So yeah, these guys, they need the food, their company, and now they also need drink, which they want from apple cider at this time. So we've started off with our warehouse. Our initial warehouse had some fish and some cider, but that's going to run out eventually. So the first thing I'm going to do is secure myself a supply of fish. Why can't I build there? That's odd. Insufficient building material. Oh! I don't have enough wood. Okay, now it just kicked in. Yeah, I'll build it here. That way it'll be nice and flush and look good. There. A little fisherman's hut. Oh, there he goes off in his boat. I can't zoom in anymore. That's too bad. He's going to fish. He's going to bring back fish here, and I'll have to put a little spit of a road in the back just to connect.
Your settlement has grown.
There we go. We've grown to a new city status, which we'll check out in a moment.
You have a true knack for running your settlement.
Thank you. So I got some honor there. We'll talk about that later. So yeah, he'll collect fish, bring it here, and then a cart will come from this warehouse and bring it there. And then your warehouses, so this one, that one, and your town center are all connected to each other by magic.
Wonders have increased your honor in this region.
Thank you. And so you don't have to worry about interconnecting them. They'll get to the people who need it. But the other thing we're going to need here in the town center is we're going to need to supply them with drink. And now that they've grown a little bit bigger, they also want faith. They have a need for faith, which basically just means they need a chapel. So I'm going to put one down right here. Oh, I need more wood. So I'm going to let that kick in. In fact, what I think I might do is drop another warehouse somewhere. And in fact, I'm going to want one right outside.
Kindly build a road
this guy here,
so that we don't have to.
And before I do that, on my dock warehouse right here, I'm going to go to the third tab here, the trading place, and I'm going to say that I'm willing to accept wood and tools. And by default, and I can adjust it if I want, I can adjust the demand, I'm willing to buy up to half of my full storage capacity. I think I can store 40 tons of wood. I'm willing to purchase up to 20. If I have 20 or more, I won't buy any, but otherwise I'll buy it. So from time to time, you're going to see a ship. In fact, there's one there.
My
just left.
trading ships are carrying new goods from the Empire.
I didn't have my trade set up at the time, so he didn't sell me anything. But he'll bring goods and he'll sell whatever he might have and charge me for it. And I've just said I'll buy that much every time. It's handled automatically. I could also send boats.
So glad you're here.
To Kingsport here and buy tools and wood from him directly, and there'll be more goods available a little bit later on. So that's two ways of doing it. And I like doing this in most of my settlements. It makes sure things keep getting topped off, especially early on. You go through it pretty quickly, and you start off with a generous amount of gold. Yeah, so, right, supplies. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a second warehouse. Sort of my third, but the second one I build... Oh, I can't, because I got to connect everything. Well, I guess we'll build one right here. That'll be some good places to cut trees as well, actually. But I'm going to go ahead and build this one. There's no mines here that I have to get. So this looks like a decent placement. Something like this. So, what I'm going to do is connect this road to my warehouse.
This entitles you to a place in the kingdom of heaven.
Yay!
Redeem yourselves
So
or
I've connected
roast
to the
in
monastery.
hell.
Now the monastery has some goods to trade. He actually has tools he can sell me. Which I will actually be making use of these tools, so I'm going to go ahead and buy all the tools he's got right now. They'll
Just
get
a
used.
little something for the journey, and we'll get going.
So he's going to pack up his goods with his donkey. He'll slowly make his way here. He's extraordinarily slow. And since I've got this place, I'm going to build an extra woodcutter shed. Like, I ideally want to build them in the middle of the forest, but it always kind of chops down the trees as well, so I don't know. But I'll put them here. I think I lose some trees as well when I'm building the road. And here, and I'm going to go for one more. You make use of a lot of wood, and push comes to shove, you can always sell it, but I find I use it. And later on, I'm going to be settling more than one island. So even after this one gets built up pretty well, and I don't need quite as much wood for this island in and of itself, I can ship it to my other islands that I'm expanding to, which we will talk about a little later. There he goes, very slowly bringing his goods. He'll drop off some tools for me. So, I'm also going to use this place, that's right, there is multiple purpose, to build a cider farm, because my people will want some cider. So I'm going to drop one right here. I think this will be a fine location for it. It's a little bit wacky because you build the farm and then you've got to put down the fields. Now I'm going to place them manually, but if I hit this button here, it would automatically 4 fields, which is its maximum 0 of 4. But I like to place them manually when I can because I tend to pack them in a little bit more tightly. Sometimes the automated thing is a little non-optimal. Okay, I'm having a hard time here. The problem is it tries to auto-rotate for you, but sometimes... There we go. Nope. You're happy. There. It doesn't... sometimes it doesn't rotate in the way that I would do it. I think... Yeah, see, I can fit it like this. No, that's still not enough, so we're going to go with a... There we go. Vertical placement, and... I could stick it out a little bit here to maximize some space. Actually, I should do that because I'll be able to fit another field in there. There. For now, one cider farm should be
Look at
more
that.
than enough.
See how eager your people are to express their faith?
Yes, we will do religion in just a sec. So now we've got drink. Satisfied?
Heavens! I had completely forgotten how exhausting the path down to the valley can be.
Yes, yes, yes. And now we're going to build religion. And so every need of my people is greatly met, except for the religious need. So I'm going to give them a little bit of a chapel, which actually needs Oh no, just wood and tools. Okay. I thought it might be the first stone building, and we are going to build it... Oh, you're going to orient it that way? So let's stare. You keep rotating away from me. Why do you do that? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to drop it right here. And you can see the coverage area. Let me see here. You know what? So I've messed up. I thought I was doing something very fancy, but what I actually want to do is build it like... Yeah, that's probably better. Oh, I see. Here is fine on this side. It's the other side I need to worry about that. So, let's maximize the coverage. I'm going to take down these two houses. And, you know, there's probably way...
Congratulations.
Thank you.
A truly divine building.
There's probably way better ways to place this. God damn it, no matter what I tried to do, the front door is like the wrong way around.
Now also living in your city.
Which doesn't matter, but I don't like the way it looks. So I'm going to build a little road here. Just for my own purposes.
Your town is coming along splendid.
Alright, so I got a message that citizens are moving into my city. So you can see here, this is a peasant hut. This is a citizen's house. And it looks a little bit different. So what happens is, when you've met all the needs of your people, they will upgrade, or you will attract citizens instead of peasants.
Of course. You alone?
Yeah, I know about the class system. Citizens unlock a new level of buildings. Alright? Oh, did you think there were only 12 things you could build in this game? No, 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 my friend. There is, in fact, considerably more. And if you look at this very carefully, you'll notice there is room for several more tabs here. There are a lot of buildings and a lot of things in here. I'm going to go right ahead and keep building houses, because why not? Actually, if I click on here, on the marketplace, this is the number of peasants I have. I have 17. By having more and more peasants, you unlock more slots for citizens. The more peasants you have, the more citizens your city can support. So you keep building, and it unlocks the ability to have more and more of the peasant houses will convert themselves into citizens. Then once you will unlock patricians. Then once you have enough patricians, you will unlock nobles, each of which have their own needs. So you can see here the citizen house. They also want food, companionship, faith, and drink. But if we look at the food again, they're not happy with just fish. They also want spices. They want some flavored fish is what they want. They also want clothing, which we had a little bit of clothing apparently in our vault, but we are going to need to continue building linen pretty quickly, otherwise we're going to run out of clothes for them. And eventually they will want amusement as well.
Time to prepare to set sail. But you won't be seasick, will you?
Okay, so my lord has offered to sell me a flagship, which I will happily buy.
I'm afraid I must ask you for a contribution towards... You've got a good deal there.
So now I have a ship.
Ship ahoy!
Now if I go back to my place, I've got plenty of wood and plenty of tools, although I will want more, especially tools, since I don't have the means of doing that right now.
I regularly acquire...
So I will go and buy all his tools, and I probably won't need the wood. I'll be okay without the wood.
If
but
there's
I'll need
anything
the tools.
else I can help you with,
and I'm
a
going to send
good
the ship
deal
home.
is always a welcome change.
And then once that is done, I will actually be exploring with my ship, so we can see what the rest of this minimap has. Now, house advanced
I
level.
should inform the Emperor of your extraordinary dedication.
So all along here, I'm getting honor. And what do you do with honor? Well, if I go back to his city, click on
Please
his
accept my
his
warmest
marketplace.
greeting.
Not only can I can buy these things with gold. This is wooden tools, but I've got special items here I can buy with honor. Sextant, which increases the vision range of my ship. Cider seeds, which I'll talk about a little later. And a splendid gift for a guest, which helps give me prestige with the Orient, which again I'll talk about later on. And we've got some more goods here. I can also, so let's say I want to buy rope or stone or coal. Right now it's locked off. I can spend 50 honor to unlock that, and now I'll have the ability to start purchasing it here. So my ship has arrived over at my base. I'm going to simply move the extra tools in there, take my ship, send him to the other end of the map, and he will find whatever he finds. Alright, so we have cider, we have wood. We want to make sure we've got a consistent clothing supply, and the way that you tended to make clothing back then is with hemp. Hemp cloth, hemp rope, very popular. Very popular for several reasons. So if I go to the citizen tab here and develop a hemp plantation...
An island has been sighted.
We'll get right back to you there, buddy. I'm going to drop it here. No, that won't work, because I do have to build the road. Maybe I can put it right here. That'll probably work. Now, some of the fields will